Hi, everybody. Like that's like Peter Brady and my voice just cracked. So hi, everybody. Welcome to Josiah is Right. I'm here once again with Paul and Penelope.
Hello.
And on the floor, you will not see Akira is here as well. So we are all here to talk about Comic-Con collecting. So we've already kind of given you a guide. Our last video was about sort of a guide to collecting, advice and tips. This is just about our favorite collectibles and things like that. So what the best stuff we got, the stuff we regret we didn't get, stuff we regret selling, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go over that. So, and there is Akira. I don't know if he was in the frame, but you can see there is 90 pounds of dog hanging out with us. So now Penny is looking at him. So anyway, so Penny will be growing up a collector, whether she likes it or not. You like it? You like collecting. So we're going to give some advice to her and her generation of young people that need to know what is the best stuff that we have collected. So starting with that, our first segment is what are the best collectibles that you've ever gotten at Comic-Con?
Best collectibles? I am into Hot Toys. I love that. I love the brand. I love 6 scale. It's my favorite thing to collect.
Expensive.
It is expensive, but the detail and the sculpts are amazing. And so this was like Sunday, and it was about to close, or the exhibit hall was about to close, and I went by this one booth, and they had The Godfather. It was at Vito Corleone, and I actually negotiated the guy down like about $50 from his price, and so I bought it, and it's like one of my favorite Hot Toys ever. It came out like 2010. The sculpt still holds up all these years. They made such an advancement in like head sculpts. They look so like more realistic. Like you can see the pores on their skin and things like that. But this, The Godfather, is like still an amazing sculpt. It's one of the grails for a lot of people that collect Hot Toys. And I got it for, it's actually gone up in value since. I think it's on eBay. It's going for about $1,000.
So any offers? Put them in the comments below.
Oh no!
What's
I'm
the price
selling.
you can get Paul to sell it?
No! I'm not selling that, baby. I love that figure. I bought it for $125 or so, which is a crazy amount of money, but totally worth it.
You know, considering what like when something goes up in the value like that, it's a good investment at that point. It really is. But I mean,
definitely.
He's not selling it. He doesn't like money. No. I'm teasing because there's certain things, as Paul knows, same with him, that I would like. So for me, there's a lot of different things that I like that I can think of, but one of them is actually behind me that is thanks to Paul. So the Super7 Alien line. So as a kid, this was like a mythological line, right? The Alien toys that never came out, right? Star Wars was a big hit, so they were grabbing up licenses for other science fiction things, including Alien. However, they realized Alien is rated R. It's not going to sell to kids. They then cut the line out. They only released the big, like 18-inch or whatever. That was the only one they got released. And that, as a collector, in the 70s, those sell for insane amounts. So then, in a few years back at Comic-Con, they were doing the early bird, like you could do an early bird pre-order kind of kit, the exclusive of the prototype figures, because like it was Kane in the spacesuit and the Alien was the prototypes, and they were selling it in this like vintage style box, like you used to get the mail order figures. It was that kind of thing. So it was really great packaging, really great creative idea. It brought me into being a Super7 fan and collector, and I actually didn't get it. Paul was the one who bought it, and he was less into it, and we had a conversation, which was sort of the genesis of this video, and he's like, "You want it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So it's, for me, it's the value, and the value is beyond that because, the fact that it was a gift from a friend obviously matters, and I appreciate that for Paul, but also, like, that was a toy line that, like, as a kid, I wish was the case. It would have been right in line with my Star Wars figures. It would have been perfect. They're now on the shelf behind you in this video, including the early bird package. That's one of the top ones for me. So. And
the funny thing is, we were brainstorming this video, and
yeah.
they put in there like early bird
package.
And I was like looking through my stuff, and I was like, I wonder if this is the same thing.
So there's another element we want to talk about is stuff we regret selling. And I sold my early bird package because I was like, oh, it's just paper. And I was like depressed the second I sent it away. Like I sold it to a guy in like the Netherlands, and like I said, I sell usually just to pay for the other stuff. Like it's just to sort of get my, like an investment in my own collecting. I'm not a speculator. I put them on my shelves for the most part, but that was one that I regretted. So sticking on the train of like our favorite collectibles though, before we get to the stuff we regret. So what are some of your other favorite collectibles? So that part will definitely be edited out, by the way. I'm not going to have that. So one of my favorite collectibles that I got was a few years ago. Mezco released their, what is the scale of those little? They're like 6-inch figures. I don't know what this,
like 12 scale.
12 scale, but they're 6 inches, so they're like right in line with the Black Series for the Star Wars, and they fit perfectly on the shelf. But it's this super articulate. It's very articulate and erudite. Articulated Batman. You can switch out the hands, the faces, and stuff like that. It is just an awesome figure. It was $75, and they had a Batman versus the Mutant Leader one. I actually bought that one as well and sold it. That one was $150 for the set. I sold it for like $300, which is awesome because then it paid for the other action figure that I decided to keep. I was originally going to keep both, but that Batman action figure it's so cool, super detailed. Like, he comes with the rifle with the scope on it, and you can change his gloves so he has the claws or his facial expressions. The clothing is actually cloth, so it just adds more realism to it. And when you buy it for $75, it's one where it's small, but you can see the value in it. It's like similar to the Hot Toys. You can see the quality of the item in it. I'm not really into like the larger scale action figures, so that's why it's good for me, because I can have that when it fits on my shelf. Since then they've had a few more that I've been tempted to buy, but that one is like, that version of Batman is like my favorite, at least in terms of the image. Not necessarily the storytelling. I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite Batman. But just the image of that Batman is my favorite image of Batman. So I have a Christmas ornament. It was also a Comic-Con exclusive from one year that's because of that Batman. So what else for you, Paul?
Actually, also for Mezco. Last year, I got the Armored Batman.
Oh, the Armored Batman. Didn't buy it.
Oh, you didn't buy it?
Didn't buy that one.
I was like, because I saw the display case, and I was really impressed with it. It's part of the 1/12th Collective.
Yeah.
Right? And
and the packaging for them is great too, by the way.
Oh,
They're really nicely packaged.
Very classy.
And you can open it up without breaking any seals, and you can put it back in cleanly, so you can rebox it again. They come with nice stands. The stands actually come with like the clear thing, so you could have Batman like flying through the air kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like really nice details. Like they pay attention to the detail. Really.
They even have clips where it holds the capes in place. So
when he's flying, there was a couple years ago they had. I didn't get before I was into it. Was I think it was the year Batman had the Judge Dredd. I wish I bought that one. It was really cool looking. I think it was like a black and white variant of Judge Dredd that was like, because they have
Spike.
Yeah. I think him and his bike. I think it was a non-exclusive, but I think the black and white was the exclusive. I might be remembering it backwards, but it's really cool. I never bought that one, but I was just kind of like dipping my toe into what Mezco does with those action figures. So
the Armored Batman is like,
it's
amazing.
Really cool, so.
Yeah, I love it.
It comes with the dagger that he stabbed.
Yeah, it has
Superman with.
Exactly.
Or tried to.
Spear.
Or they ended up killing that sort of orc-like doomsday creature.
It's a troll from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Just in the wrong movie.
So what else from Comic-Con's like your best stuff?
I would say, the Dragon Dagger from Bandai. I really liked, back in the day, my favorite Ranger from Power Rangers was the Green Ranger. And
never liked Power Rangers.
Oh really? This was way back in
nothing
middle school.
I was too cool for it.
But I remember
I knew kids that were into it.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked the Green Ranger. I liked Tommy a lot.
I wasn't cool.
And he had the Dragon Dagger. And he would like play it like.
If you're gonna like Andy Ranger, it'd be the green. Yeah.
And then the Dragon Sword would come out, and it was the coolest sword.
It was cool for what it was. Yeah.
Really cheesy show. I saw that movie, not very good. But either way, I love this Dragon Dagger. I got it 3 years ago. It has gold plating. It's like the size of the actual dagger. Plays songs and stuff like that. I bought it at Comic-Con. I wish I bought a second one. I still have it in the package. And it's maintained its value about $500, $600 since then. I bought it for about I think it was $100 or so. But I love that thing. I still have the bag it came in. It's still in its box. It's one of those things I don't want to open because I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it or put.
You would, by the way.
Yeah, I'm kind of rough.
But if you open it, you can summon a giant robot creature.
Yeah, I could.
What are they called? Zords.
Yeah, Zords.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the Dragon Dagger. One of my favorite things I ever got at Comic-Con. Most definitely.
Another one for me is, are you falling asleep, Penny? I think Penny's getting tired. She is so thrilled with this conversation. So another one for me is, I don't know if it's in the frame here, but this Destructor from Toynami. Destructor was like the big robot, the fighting robot on Futurama, and I just love it. I have it next to my Kid Robot collection, even though it's not a Kid Robot. It just fits in really well with those figures. It looks really great next to all that stuff. It's like I actually bought it 2 different years and like 2 different editions, and I sold one when I got the second one because it was the one, the packaging was slightly more rare, but it was the same figure and I was happy to have it in the less rare version, especially because I opened it up and took it out of the box, so it was out unboxed. Did she fall asleep?
So yeah, she's still tired. She's like rubbing her eyes.
So those are our favorite. I'm gonna end this video. We'll give her to Judy, and then we'll start another one since she's fallen asleep. So those are our favorite Comic-Con collectibles. Penny has fallen asleep, so we're gonna cut this video short. Well, not really. We're done, but we're gonna put Penny to sleep so we can move on. What? You have more to say?
I do actually have more.
Go ahead. Penny's just hanging on by a thread here.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. Oh man, she's really like. A couple years back, I think it was, I don't know, 2012, but they had the Lost Wave of the Indiana Jones figures.
Oh, yes.
And they had all, like, I think it was like 9 or 10 figures all in this big box, and that thing was amazing. It had like Short Round, I think. It had the Grail Knight. It had Henry Jones, and then it had Indiana Jones, and the sculpt was actually really good for like that scale. You know, the 4-inch scale. That was, and then also there was the that one wave with the Death Star, and it's like Revenge of the Jedi.
I had that one as well. Yeah,
that one was really cool.
That was an awesome
Hasbro.
Set. Yeah, it was the Revenge of the Jedi set. It was like a Death Star that like, you know, this big, like the space between us, and then it would open up and have action figures on both sides. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Jedi. So,
Revenge of the Jedi. So that's about it.
That's it. Awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching. Penny's going to go to sleep. We will be back with more videos. And thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And we will see you at Comic-Con.
We'll see you
there. Be sure to say hi.
Do it.